Jeanette, are we ready to get started? Can you hear me?
Thank you so much, Sheila, and thank you for reminding me to go off mute. So,
that would be the problem, huh?
Right. Well, welcome everyone to Southeast Shares. This is Jeanette Wilson, and I am a senior leadership coach in the Southeast. And facilitating tonight with me is another leadership coach, Sheila Day. And also we've got Gold Executive Leader, Rhonda Voss, who's going to be with us this evening too to help in the facilitation. And we've got a great half hour planned this evening with some great representatives. But I can't start without going right to our Facebook page and asking you who has not joined the Facebook page. If you're not on our Southeast Region Facebook page, be sure you check it out. Be sure you go to Southeast Region New Avon on Facebook, and then request, just to be invited, and then we will accept you, and we would love to have you on that because there's so many hot tips that are being shared every day by some of you and your peers, and it's just a wonderful connection that we have. And we also find some superstars that post things on our Southeast page, and when we see those hot tips, we reach out and say, why don't you join us on a Thursday night and share with the Southeast? And then that's how you can get some recognition and really talk about the hot things that you have going with your business.
Jeanette?
Yes.
We are getting a comment in the chat box since there's no sound. So can you do a sound check and see if everyone else is hearing you? Is everyone hearing Jeanette?
Is everyone else hearing me?
Yes.
Whoever is not able to hear sound, they may have to go out and come back in. Well, they can't hear me though. Okay, so
I see both of the presenters have said that they can hear you. Can someone say yes in the chat box that you can hear? Okay, we're getting some more yeses. So yes, if you cannot hear, please go back out and then go back into the link, and that should correct it for you. Okay, Jeanette, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm typing log out and come back in. Okay, great. Okay, so this evening we have some wonderful representatives, a great couple, Marie and Roy Paterick, and they're going to be sharing their story. And I just can't help but be excited for them to be sharing with you and how their partnership is with their Avon business. And I'll let Rhonda talk a little bit more in a moment. But also we've got another passionate representative, Tina Patton, and Tina is going to be talking about how she makes those connections real and how she really leverages live events through her team and through Avon. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass this on to Rhonda, and you can go ahead and introduce Marie and Roy.
Thank you, Jeanette. I am delighted to introduce to you what I call my grandchildren. These are my Avon grandchildren. Their Avon mama is Kaylin Beach. She lives up there in Tennessee with them. But I met this couple, I've met them a couple of times in things. And to begin with, I'll just tell you, they're going to tell their story, but it was pretty slow for them. It was hard for them getting started. But once they got on a roll, they have done wonderfully well. They were determined to make President's Club last year, as you see there. I'm just excited. A little bit of personal about them. I believe they have one grown son and a daughter-in-law who live in St. Louis. And they are, well, Marie has retired. Roy is still working a little bit part-time. They're pastors. They were both pastors during their career, and Roy pastors a small church in Tennessee. So with that, I'll say that I am so proud of, you know how grandmas are. Well, I'm just bursting at the seams with pride to introduce you to Marie and Roy Paterick.
All right. I guess we are going to tag team tonight, and I guess I get to start. And I guess I should say right from the beginning that you'll catch our accents because we're both Northerners, transplanted to Tennessee years ago when we retired. But I'm from Chicago, my wife's from Jersey, so we haven't acquired all the Southern slang yet. Why we got into Avon was after being retired a year, well, when we first retired, we started up a wedding officiant business, and that produced income, but not what we needed to supplement our small clergy pensions and Social Security. And so we were looking for something that we could do that would add to our bank account. And one night I just told my wife, let's get into Avon. And she about fell down to the floor. But that's the reason that got us going and why we're pushing. Otherwise, we're going to be in public housing. So we have to make it work, and we're thrilled that it is working. The other thing is now that we're in it for 2 years now, our goal is to help other people, especially those getting ready for retirement, because we feel a lot of the middle class are like we were, not quite prepared, and we're going to need a little extra help. And Avon is a company that can offer unlimited potential. So I'll let my wife do the next segment.
Yeah, it was a shock when one breakfast morning, Roy mentioned to me that he thought we should get to Avon, and I about died. I mean, I really literally almost fell off my chair. But once I got over that shock, I did see the great value in the business. And instead of taking it as a hobby, got serious and started working the business with Roy. We have our own separate little niches. Roy does the orders and he goes around, does all the footwork for the orders, delivers them, and he has become, he's known now as the Avon guy. The ladies really love him, and he has a lot of fun doing that. I do the computer work and the training with our team and inspiring and engaging our team in conversations and trying to answer their questions that they have. And they have many, and they really challenge us with their questions. And we're glad about that because that's how we continue to learn. It really has brought us closer together as a couple. When we were in ministry, we would have never, ever worked in the church together because the church would have fired us. We have our own separate ideas, and we're so different when it comes to ministry and the way we were trained in our seminary. It was healthier to just come home and share about our individual churches. And so how do we inspire our team? That will be our next slide. We try to share, send out inspirational quotes and tips of the day, and our team seems to really, really enjoy that. They look forward to it, and if I miss a couple days, let me know that. We also do individual power calls, one-on-one, with those team members that wish to do those type of calls. They want to be listened to. They share their whys, and I will ask them sometimes why is, just to remind them why did they get in the business, and that's kind of when they're down in the dumps. They share their beliefs and a lot of their struggles in the business, and we are there to listen, and that has really built up a lot of trust between our team and with Roy and I. We also do recognition with them by posting our team sale numbers on our team page every campaign, and they love that. They have really gotten into the competition of that, which ups our sales. Our top seller always receives a bundle of products, and they really enjoy getting those in the mail. They really they love that. And then we do a lot of training videos on live Facebook, and my team members really enjoy that. They look forward to those. I do the basic training video of how they place an order, how they do invoices, the very, very basics. And sometimes I have to do it several times. They lose the video or they can't find it. And I enjoy doing those training videos. It was hard to get on and do a live Facebook video, but once we have done it a number of times, I find it fun. We also have a number of reps now that live nearby us, and so we meet with them, and they love it. They love that one-on-one, and we meet for coffee, answer questions, just give them a shot in the arm. And then we try to answer questions with our team and their emails and their phone calls, and we get a lot of those. First, I tried to respond quickly, and then I learned a very wise lady named Rhonda Voss told me one day that instead of running right back to answer the question, give them some time to figure out what, maybe they can come up with the answer and solve the question themselves. They often do. And then I will respond a little while later if I get another text from them that they're really struggling. Then I'll go back and try to answer their questions and help them out. And I try not to make them feel like I have all the answers. There are times I have to go to Rhonda or someone else to find that answer myself because I just don't know. And so that's my part of the talk, and my wordy husband here will finish it up.
How we've grown our team, as Rhonda said, we started in kind of a slow, rough spot. We recruited one person, and we were stuck on one for a little over a year. And we both questioned whether we should throw in the towel. Is this really going to get us anywhere? And for all of you that are, in that situation, it isn't moving as fast as you think it ought to move. Just hang in there and keep doing what you can do. And that's what we did. We started building up our customer base while we tried to get that second recruit to become star promoters. When that happened, then things really kicked into high gear and started going almost faster than we could keep up. And that's kind of where we're at now. Between campaign 21 and 26 last year, we promoted to bronze, to silver, to gold ambassador, just in those 5 campaigns. And it hasn't stopped since. What we have found, as you see on the slide there, I'm an introvert. My wife's the outrovert. And so for me, going and talking to people, especially being a guy, and for you gals, you may laugh at this, but my fear is getting mazed by somebody, approaching a strange woman or getting slapped with her purse or something like that. And so I had to get over some of that. And so we decided we'd get clothing with the Avon wording or something like that on it, because people will spot that and come to you, and it doesn't force you to have to go to somebody else. And so that kind of broke the ice. And once we got comfortable talking with people, now we can, go out and speak to somebody standing in line at the store or whatever like that. We have used Alma leads, but we really try to find people ourselves. We talk to our customers for referrals. We have several customers that are former Avon reps, and they have been a great resource for us, and so don't be afraid to ask them for some help. My wife's training videos that she puts online, that's the biggest thing, is getting online where people can find you. And so we have a Facebook page that's open to anybody, and we get calls. Customers find us. Somehow our name comes up from Murfreesboro as one of the top on the list, or the first name they see, and they call us, "Do you sell Avon?" And so in growing the team, obviously you have to keep bringing in new members because you keep losing members. I don't know how many we've sponsored, but we lose almost as many as we get. So we're trying to get ahead of that. But just, I guess, be yourself and really try to identify with them, listen. That's the biggest thing I can tell anybody, is just listen to what they're saying, because their why is going to come out of that conversation. And if you can link onto that, then you've got them hooked. And I think that's
it.
All we have to say for now.
Can't wait to hear Tina.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you both for sharing. You know what I heard you say, and it really came out loud and clear, is that you build trust, you listen to people, so that you really do find their why. And what is really amazing is that Marie and Roy have been with Avon for just 2 years now. And to hear them say that they were like stuck that first year with one recruit, and then all of a sudden, move fast forward and they got it and they stuck with it. And they're now gold ambassadors, moved up so fast, and they're also President's Club. So I really think that what I got out of this, whenever I listen to both of them, they have a great partnership. They've learned what the strengths are of each other, and that they really are out there to look for people to help them, help others in the same boat as them, help them with retirement needs, and them turning their hobby into a real business. So feel free to type in the chat box, everyone. I failed to mention that our speakers love to get praised sometimes too, because I know that when we're asking you to share, we don't expect you to be big presenters. It's like you're just sharing successes that you have, and you never know, there may be someone in your downline that could really relate to the person that's talking. And then you can listen to the playbacks, and we have contact information on all of our speakers every time we do these webinars. And when you play back, you can just take that contact information and reach out directly to them. So, okay, well, with that, I'm very thrilled with our next speaker, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce her. And this is Tina Patton. Tina, too, has been with us for 2 years, and it's amazing what you can do with this business. And she, too, is a Gold Ambassador, President's Club. She lives in Guntown, Mississippi. And although she's only been with us 2 years, she did tell me that she has had previous experience with Avon, and I know that her mother also was an Avon representative. So it is in her blood. So with that, Tina's going to share about building real connections and leveraging live events. Tina, are you available now?
I am here. Hello, everyone. I'm Tina Johnson Patton. First off, I'd like to say I'm truly honored to share this call with Marie and Roy. I met them in Nashville, and they're wonderful, wonderful people, and I had time to visit with them there. So it's a true honor, and thank you to all of you for asking me and allowing me this opportunity. As she said, that I originally started my Avon career in 2004, and my father was a pastor of the church. And my parents raised me with great values to help people, no matter if it was raining, snow, or what kind of weather. If there was someone that was in need, my parents were always there, and me and my brother went along also. But my father was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. My mother was crippled with rheumatoid arthritis and dementia. So I had to stop my Avon career very short, even though I'd already started leadership with a team of 22 in Russellville, Alabama, because I chose to care for my in their home, and I took care of them for 5 years until their passing. And it took me several years to, you know, start to deal with that and start to heal. And sometimes you may question why, you know, why am I going through this situation or that situation? So for a long time, I felt lost. I just didn't know where to turn. And when I met my husband and I moved to Mississippi, that's when I realized what was missing in my life again was Avon, because it always made me feel good. It made my mother feel good. It's always been a part. And I chose to sign back up and start my leadership team again, but I just couldn't seem to get back where I was once before. Even though I knew where to go and what to do, it's just something wasn't quite clicking. And the AUL Academy, I took that with Tammy Jernigan, and wonderful, wonderful person. And what I learned in that class was you have to listen. It's easy for us. We have a passion for this business, and I live and breathe it, and that's all I want to talk about. But when we do that, we are overwhelming people, and you know, we're talking too much. So what I did was I learned to listen to others in that AUL Academy. And then the coaching class with my old district manager, Judy McKissick, she said something to me in that class that really clicked with me, and she said, Tina, you need to be yourself as others see you. That's always been hard for me, because you're raised not to brag, not to be in vain, and I'm just me, and that's what I tell everybody. But that let me know I needed to get personal with my team. I never want my team to just be a number. I mean, there's many times when my customers and with my team that I will go into their homes or their place of business, and you know, it may not even be about Avon, but I'm going to sit there and listen to them. I'm going to give them a hug. I want that personal connection, because it makes a world of difference when they feel like not just about business, but you really care about them. And I do care about my team. We lead by example. So you need to believe in yourself as well and have self-confidence, because if you don't, then they're going to see that weakness in you. And sometimes that's hard to see that as well. But how you build your confidence, you start stepping out of your comfort zone. That's so hard for a lot of people because of fear that stares us in the face. But this is the way I look at it when I'm out looking to grow my team or new customers. The worst thing someone can say is no. And once you accept that, you just smile and say thank you, and you move on to the next one. So that's the worst thing that's going to happen. And knowing your self-worth, we accept when we make a mistake, and we usually own it. But one thing I really seen online the other day was so many people earning the Shake Up Sales incentive, and I went and I posted everywhere I could. We win a contest. We earn an incentive. It is okay to say you worked hard, and I'm proud of myself, and I earned this. So just try to keep that in mind, that it's okay. You're not bragging. You're just, you know, you're proud of yourself, and that's leading by example as well. And, you know, you always want to tell your team, and even your Avon family, you're beautiful. You inspire me. People need to hear this stuff, because sometimes people are having a bad day or they don't believe in themselves. And so helping them believe in themselves is what it's all about to me. I have a great connection with a lot of the Avon family, a lot of the group leaders, and we all we talk to each other, and we inspire each other. Even not on Facebook, we make phone calls, and we share ideas with each other. I always want to recognize my team. I have a Facebook group. I do a top 10 every campaign. I do my own personal incentives, because sometimes they're at a level when they just come in that they can't actually, you know, reach for those incentives as we do in Avon. So I want them to be recognized. Just remember, it's always about them. It's not about us. Naturally, we want to grow our business and we want to grow sales, but in the end, to me, it's about my team and helping them, because it is just absolutely in my heart to help others, and that's what makes me happy. And on to leveraging live events. A lot of people would like to do, I think, more live events on Facebook with the live feed, and there again, they're kind of, you know, kind of scared to come out of their comfort zone. When I was young, I was shy. People would never know that now. But sometimes I just don't know when to hush, but I like to help people. So you have that team group page. That is very, very important to recognize birthdays and achievements that they've done. It just makes them so happy. And then it's like, wow, I can really do this. And it gives them the confidence they need. One thing I will be starting soon is Zoom meetings. And we're also planning on going around, me and my mentor, maybe to some restaurants and letting some team members know we're going to be there and, you know, come have a little meeting with us. And we're hoping those will grow. We're very excited about that. On your personal page, be funny, be informative, share what you're having for dinner. People are always watching you, and some people don't realize that, but that's very, very important. And then on Rep Fest, I attended my first Rep Fest in 2016 in Las Vegas and walked the national stage, and it changed my life. But one thing that happened at Rep Fest, I didn't know where to go. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. And I've seen so many elderly disabled people as well. So I decided, what can I do to give back and make a difference? And in December of 2016, I started a Rep Fest group where I go and research different things that's going to be going on in the area we are in. And the AvonRepFest.com site is wonderful, but this goes in deeper where I have a roommate section and carpool section, and it has helped so many people. It's grown to 4,500 members, and I truly love to do that and help everyone. That group is Avon Rep Fest and Positive Training, and it's all about positivity and inspiring people and helping them. And that's all I've got to say for now, and I will sign off just like I do on all of my live feeds. Always find the positive in the negative, and please make a difference in someone's life, not just today, but every day. Thank you all very much.
Wow, Tina, amazing. I was just so inspired listening to you share. You know what I got out of this, so much I heard about, was making it all about them, building those relationships, listening. That's everything that we're learning in our new coaching programs and things that we're doing in New Avon today. And I do love that you are carrying on those family values and sharing your love of Avon and your love of people with others and leading by example. So thank you so much for sharing. And now we're going to get on to our next page where we're going to talk about what the, first of all, if you are curious for more information and want to connect with these speakers, as Jeanette said earlier, reach out to them. You'll have the replay and you'll have their information to connect with them. Now, move to the next slide. We're going to talk about this fabulous bundle. This is a bundle, again, if most of you know that have been on this call previously, Miami Sales Center puts together an exclusive bundle just for you every time we have this call. You can order it, as you see here, through the end of day on Sunday. So if you'll flip to the next slide, Jeanette, that will give you the link you can click on to save and order that. I will also post it out for you. There it is. And if you, I think if you go to the next one, it has a clickable link on it. There you go, and it will allow you to click right on that link and order it. So, and that is an exclusive bundle. You can order as many of those as you would like. So I will also post that with the recording on the Miami Sales Center page. This also gives you more information about how to connect with the Miami Sales Center and the information that they need in order to place your order if you're not ordering on the link but ordering in other ways. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Jeanette.
Yes, and we're just about out of time. Can you hear me okay?
We can.
That's great. So don't forget about the Boss Life workshops. Have any of you attended them yet? If you did, please say yes in the chat box. And if you haven't, we still have more to come in the next few weeks. And just so you know, in the Southeast, I know for sure that tomorrow there is going to be one in Charlotte tomorrow morning. And then on Saturday, there is one in the Davie, Broward County, Florida area. And that's March 17th. And March 24th, Saturday, Louisville, Kentucky. and Saturday, March 31st is Charleston, West Virginia. So if you take this link at the bottom and if you copy and paste that, and you can find out where all the remainder of the workshops are. But we hope to see you at one of those because it's a lot of sharing, a lot of great stuff. And with that, I see the Baltimore Blab was amazing. Okay, Tina talked about this. All right, RepFest, and we've got to get there. So again, make sure you visit avonrepfest.com, and we'll see you in Columbus, Ohio, July 27th, 28th, and 29th. And to close it out, I just wanted to have a save the date reminder for you. Our next Hot Tips Southeast Shares will be Thursday, March 29th. So it's great seeing all of you on our webinar tonight, and have a great evening and a great week.
Bye, everyone.